In 2016, the World Arm Wrestling League took the sport of arm wrestling to the next level.
It's a big drive from Bell. One more time from Katowski. Wow! That was electric!
Over the last 5 weeks, we witnessed unmatched strength paired with unrivaled intensity.
I can't possibly lose. Two hammers! Yeah!
Tonight, the athletes break down their matches and bring you inside the pit like never before.
I saw he wouldn't surrender, so I put him out of his misery.
This is what I've worked for right here. These two hammers.
The Orleans Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas was the site for this year's World Arm Wrestling League Championships, and where we witnessed epic contests for the coveted hammer. Tonight, we present the best matches of 2016 with insight from the sport's elite into their keys to victory. Our first match features a man who's never afraid to bask in his own accomplishments.
I might be the baddest man that ever arm wrestled.
Travis Bajan is the best super heavyweight on the planet. Just ask him.
Only one of us can be the best, and that's me.
But in the 2015 right-hand prelims, the Beast was silenced by Easy Money Dave Chafee. Chafee has never lost on the right side in WAL competition, but in this rematch of arm wrestling titans, Bajan sought to prove his dominance.
Easy Money is the nickname, but how will he fare with the speed of Bajant?
What we all waited for, the super heavyweight final on the right.
Now listen, all day I've been watching him curling the hook. Could you not let that happen this time? Please. I have this whole persona that I got to live up to. Even though I know this is going to be the hardest thing I've ever done in my life, I need to present a slightly different perception to the crowd.
You ready to lose gracefully today? You ready to lose gracefully today?
Travis, he's trying to get in your head. I'm just trying to maintain focus, stay calm. I just actually try to get in his head before the match a little bit so he can't like get his tricks in. He's thinking about something else.
Hey, bring this in, David.
When I get to the table and we first touch each other, I know there's a ton of information that's going through both of our heads right then and there. We're analyzing how each of us feel.
Close your thumbs. Keep this straight. Keep that straight. Close your hands. No.
Yeah.
Yo, hey.
I'm telling you right now, I can't possibly lose. Everyone came there to see the show, and Travis Bajan is the show.
Travis Bajant is more full of himself than a Russian doll.
The funny thing is, Bart stopped me from pinning him, and I wanted him to get pinned. I wanted the crowd to see it, and I wanted him to know that I had a extremely good chance. And in true Travis Bajan fashion, I wanted to make sure everyone in the room knew it as well.
Just don't let him
curl his wrist and let us settle.
It's the same old song and dance with him. All I want is a fair grip and a fair start. So, yeah, Travis is tough to handle sometimes.
Close your hands. Go!
Yes! No! You gotta wake the up! That is a win! And
No.
I didn't get to call. It was a good call, but I also wanted the head ref and the down ref to know that you better be alert up here because I will go crazy if you miss a call. So I knew they didn't miss one, but I wanted to let them know what my reaction would be if, in fact, they had missed it.
Travis trying to talk the referees into the fact that he'd pinned Dave Chafee there, but most importantly was the fact that his own elbow was off the side of the pad there.
Normally I like the straps, but with Travis, I absolutely do not want to be in the straps with him. He knows how to manipulate the grip, and it's tough for me to get a grip against him when he's in the straps.
I got it. Okay. Dave's way a little bit. Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go.
Focus on Bajant. Wow!
Travis got the jump. He felt really strong on the straps, and he flashed me. He got the win, so kudos to him.
What an unbelievable pin from Travis the Beast Bajant. That was electric.
That's one win, and the victory celebration is oftentimes demoralizing. So as soon as I win, I want to go so crazy and just suck all the energy from him, and I could see it, right? I could see his face.
A shell-shocked look on the face of Dave Chafee.
After losing that first match, it was definitely in my head. I had to try to figure out something else, because Travis felt very strong. So I was trying to get a little bit better grip in the second match and hope for the best.
1-0 lead for Bagent. Chafee's never lost on the right.
Yes! Curling over. One foul.
Travis Bagent getting a little excitable there. So just relax.
Close your thumb. Close your hands.
We close our hands, they say go, and Travis Bagent is in control again.
Going to the strap.
His wrist is broken back. I want him to know that now I might be the baddest man that ever arm wrestled any day.
He can smell the victory.
I'm so skilled in the straps, and I take a little glimpse of it, Dave, and I see it.
We're strapped up. It's do or die time. I know I have to try to get a hit on Travis. If I can't get a hit on him, I know it's over.
Speed is the key for Bagent. Silver bullets, drop monsters. Wow!
You're the baddest mother. Only because of you did I work this hard.
This is a good buddy of mine across the table there. And the only reason that I am as strong and as amazing as I am is because of the level that he made.
Travis Bagent with an electrifying, historic win here in the World Arm Wrestling League.
I'm really happy for Travis. He trained his butt off this year, and to win that hammer, he wanted it more, and I'm real proud of him.
Ladies and gentlemen, there is a new super heavyweight champion of the world, and his name is Travis, the Beast, Bagent.
Travis Bagent, very good at talking the talk. Tonight, he backed it up in a big way. Chafee goes down at the hands of Travis Bagent. The World Arm Wrestling League Championships are presented by Muscle Monster Energy Shake and by the World Arm Wrestling League. For tournaments near you, visit WALunderground.com. Welcome back to the best of the 2016 World Arm Wrestling League Championships. Every year in the WAL, new stars emerge, and established greats remain at the top of their class. But there may be no one who can claim a longer period of sustained excellence than the legendary Ron Bath.
I got introduced to arm wrestling as a teenager. It was November of 1980. The rest is history. Still here, still arm wrestling.
Ron Bath, a true arm wrestling legend.
Arm wrestling for me is something I've always naturally been good at.
Oh, he's mad, he's mad.
So it's just something I was easy to fall in love with.
All right, so he's showing about 2 courses buried.
I've been doing construction just over 20 years.
What we're gonna do is hold off those stakes about 3.5 feet, give or take, 3 feet.
We build walls anything from a foot or 2 high to anything up towards 60 feet plus. Over the years of doing construction, I've incorporated a lot of it into arm wrestling. I think that's made me even stronger and better.
Devin Larratt! Yeah.
Being in my 50s, I found out keeping up with these young guys because of age, or just seeing how long I can be very competitive. Maybe it's just not wanting to get old, but sometimes I think it's thrill hearing somebody say, how can you do that when you're that old? Just trying to see how long I can be the best that I can be.
Ron Bath is among a cast of legends in the WAL heavyweight division. After navigating through a field that included Matt Mask and Marcio Barbosa, Ron Bath found himself one step away from claiming the right-hand hammer. In his way stood the 2015 runner-up, Devin Larratt, who had his sights set on dominating the heavyweight division in 2016.
Competing in the 200
25-pound right heavyweight final. Please make some noise for Devin No Limits Larratt.
My name is called, and the closer I get to that table, I know it's my day for victory.
Please welcome the legend, Ron.
I'm trying to get my psyche up to a point of where I'm ready to fight till the bloody end.
To me, Ron Bath is the American king of arm wrestling. I'm here to beat him. The girl throws down a thick stack of money. When you put $10,000 on the table, believe me, there is a difference to how hard you will fight, how hard you will push.
At the table, I really worked the psyche to hate the guy across from me. Devin likes to shoot his mouth off, and I'm waiting for him to say something that can just really motivate and drive me a little crazy.
Relax. Just like this, Devin. Straight. Close your hand. Go.
I explode. Ron doesn't like that.
Come on.
I know it messes with his mind. I'll keep pushing those buttons.
You can't keep jacking that around.
The unhappier he gets, the more angry he gets at my actions, the more my plan is gonna work and his will fail.
Devin Larratt this year has been ultra impressive.
We both wanted to get out into the straps. The go went perfect.
It's a big drive from Bath, and you can see how hard that tested Devin Larratt.
I get the hit on Devin. It wasn't exactly what I wanted. I wanted a top, but I actually thought I had him down close enough to that pin pad to get the call.
The Canadian has stopped the match, and now we can see evidence again of him squeezing the match back to center.
I got the stop, and I know that he can't pin me, and I'm gonna regain all my angles back until I bleed him like a vampire, and I leave him with nothing.
Devin pulls me a little bit back to the center of the table. He starts doing a little bit more of his taunting, but I still had a lot of fight left. I think more than he thought I did.
You could see an adjustment there from Bath as he tried to regain his hand and does so again.
Ron's driving. He's pumping. He's trying to get that finish. But there's no quick way to end this. And he's rushing it. And every time he rushes, I'm gaining that little bit. His chances for pinning me the next match go down even more.
Bath will not quit.
Deep down inside, I was thinking about actually giving up the match and saving some energy for the next match. But I got just a little too much fight in me.
I saw he wouldn't surrender, so I put him out of his misery.
And the second round will be far easier for the Canadian arm wrestler.
I'm so proud of you, Devin.
Yeah.
Boom. Round one, Larratt. I'm one win away from victory.
Best 2 out of 3. Larratt trying to win once again in the heavyweight on the right side.
I'm gonna
I know there's some
so hard.
I know there's some fair
I'm gonna hit it so hard.
Devin Larratt applying that mental game.
Being taunted like that, there's nothing more I wanted than to kick his ass on the next one. When we got gripped up again, I knew I needed to get a good hit on Devin.
Close your head.
But I jumped a little bit.
You're supposed to say go.
Is that one mine too?
Right when you're wrestling.
And I think the ref just called slow, man.
What's a slow start for?
I was on fire. I was ready to go.
It's gonna be boom. I'm focused.
Larratt will look for the speed here. He's done a lot of damage to the American in that first pin.
I want to pin him top row right to the pad. I'm winning the biggest arm wrestling tournament that the world has to offer.
Go.
Big drive on the start and takes him with a top roll. Devin Larratt has succeeded where twice he has failed and is the new champion of the World Arm Wrestling League on the right arm.
And I have accomplished my mission. Hammer held to the sky.
That's correct. I didn't qualify for this. And then in 1 year, buck, and I just beat a big name.
To win a WAL hammer, these Titans need to endure a grueling gauntlet of matches against the most elite arm wrestlers in the world. The difference between winning and losing in this sport can be measured in micrometers. For these competitors, that means finding unique methods of training on their never-ending quest for an edge over the competition.
Arm wrestlers are real creative.
I mean, you got to be innovative. You got to make things work for you.
Wrist curl, wrist curl.
One of the things I do is climb rope.
Arm wrestling is all short movements, so I stick to everything with short movements.
I've been doing just this.
Anything I do at work, I try to turn into a workout.
You can get a great workout just messing around with the kids. Half hour, just dip away.
I have a 5-gallon bucket. Yes, filled with rice. This is a 20-pound sledgehammer head. I just sawed off the arm on it. And train not to be strong.
I have one cardio technique, and I swing those hammers for an hour.
It doesn't matter what I'm doing, I'm arm wrestling all day long.
Perhaps no one worked harder this year to get to a final than Tony Kotowski. After a disappointing performance in 2015, Kotowski returned to the WAL with a vengeance. After an impressive performance against Justin Bishop in the semifinals, Kotowski earned a shot at redemption against a familiar foe, Craig Sanders.
From England, he's known as the Birmingham Bullet, the fastest man in arm wrestling. Please give it up for Craig Sanders.
I'm trying hard for this. I've travelled all the way from England. I've battled hard, and now I'm going to face Tony Kotowski in the final.
Entering the pits, please welcome Tony Iron Man Kotowski.
Last time we arm wrestled a few years ago, he beat me, and he beat me convincingly. I want to stay loose, but inside my head, I'm thinking about Craig Sanders. When I got to the table and I saw Tony Kotowski, he looked huge, but I was still confident because I've beat him before.
Tony Kotowski. He goes against the fastest man in arm wrestling, Craig Sanders.
I don't feel comfortable in the referee's grip. He smothered my hand in the setup.
You got away with one there, and you know it. 1-0.
Craig actually turned his wrist in, and I combated against it, but I got the foul because the ref seen my hand move before Craig's.
A little bit of to and fro at the table, and really good gamesmanship there from Tony Kotowski, making sure the referee thinks that it was Craig that threw the foul. Ooh, anticipation from Craig, and he missed that start. That's critical. Kotowski with the win.
I didn't roll him or nothing with my wrist. It was pure side pressure I beat him with there and trapped him in my hand.
Oh, look at that.
And I pinned him. I couldn't believe it. I was actually stronger than Craig. I didn't think I was actually truly stronger than him. I was more stunned than I think anybody in that crowd. I was astonished, to say the least.
And Craig Sanders, known for his speed, was caught napping for once there.
The ref said go, and I was underneath him straight away, so there's no coming back from that, really.
So here in the right final, best 2 out of 3, Kotowski a victory away from raising the hammer and getting 10 grand.
After the first match, he smothered my hands, and so I thought I'd try and turn him into a hook in the next match.
Close your thumbs. Foul. Don't do that, Craig. Don't do that. Let's arm wrestle. Let's arm wrestle. You're not allowed to advance in it. You're not allowed to advance in it. Let's go.
And when that ref said go, that second match, I knew immediately he was going to go inside for the hook. So I dumped my wrist down a little bit, put my wrist back on his palm, and I went in for a high hook.
Again, smart gamesmanship from Katalski, making sure the referee's all over Craig's wrist. Sanders trying to engage the arm, but he gets no change, and that's an undeniable, deserved victory for the Iron Man. Simply too strong on the day.
Tony Katalski, he's strong, he's a beast.
When I won, my heart stopped. I couldn't believe it. I worked so hard all year long, 6 nights a week, training just for this one moment, and I was actually here, and I actually beat Craig Sanders, one of the best in the world. I couldn't even believe it.
And the man from Wisconsin delivers big time here, right-handed. As convincing a victory as we have seen here in the World Arm Wrestling League. Look at that when the match hits the hook. Craig Sanders, very, very powerful individual, but he really had very little to offer there.
I was able to control his wrist a little bit, plus control his arm a little bit. So then once I applied the side pressure on him, it was game over for him. I ended up getting this, the hammer, which means more to me than any amount of money that I could ever win.
Katalski took home the lightweight right-hand hammer, but he wasn't done. He would eventually have a shot at capturing a second hammer. Later in the show, he'll take us through his tough matchup against legendary left-hander Paul Talbot. But now we look back at a classic matchup in the women's 148-pound division. Fia Rysuk took the WAL by storm in 2016. She proved to be an unstoppable force with her left hand. And through the right-hand prelims, it was more of the same. The Swedish sensation would face off in the right-hand final against Joyce King, a legend in women's arm wrestling who came out of retirement looking to grab her own World Arm Wrestling League hammer. Fia Rysuk and King, this one should be fun to watch, Neil.
One of the sport's most dominant arm wrestlers, Fia Rysuk.
Before we go out, it's like I have to be focused. I know she's like rock hard, strong.
She's just a phenomenal opponent. She's just a phenomenal athlete. So I knew I had to have my A game and have everything ready to go on the next round.
Joyce King, look at the determination.
You gotta get this out, Joyce. Come around like just a little bit right there. Go!
When the referee says go, it didn't move a lot. And then finally we slipped.
When I can get somebody's hand control, I can usually win the match. But with Fia, she was able to get out of my hand, and that allowed her to get it into the straps, which she was hoping for. I was comfortable with her grip without the strap on. I just wish I could have held on to her hand.
Fia Rysuk is the complete package.
Yeah, I feel more confident in the straps because you can't slip away. It's gonna be war. So I like that a lot.
They tighten it down really tight, and it's kind of hard to keep your wrist up. And I find that's kind of a disadvantage for me because then it was a lot easier for Fia to come over top of my hand and take control of the power of the match.
I feel strong. I felt like I'm gonna take this.
Look good right there. Go!
Just far too much from Rysuk, truly exceptional.
I hit with her, but just not hard enough. And Fia's really, really a powerhouse. I can't take anything from her. She's really got what it takes to be an awesome arm wrestler.
Fia Rysuk.
That's right, we'll switch sides now.
What a dominant display.
It feels so good to win the first match because then you know it's not impossible and you just have to do the same once again.
I just thought, okay, let's regroup, switch sides of the table, and let's start it all over again and hopefully keep out of that darn strap.
Fia Rysuk, 1-0 lead, best 2 out of 3 here.
If you have beaten someone in strips, then you probably want to do it once again.
After my slip out, Travis Bagent come over and tried to give me some really good advice. He wanted me to try to let the straps do the work for me. And he said just drive up to the ceiling and hopefully separate her arm from her.
Travis Bagent trying to encourage Joyce King.
Joyce King couldn't be any more determined. Go!
After I win that second match, it feels so great. I have to scream. I scream.
You're a powerhouse. Fia will always be a force to be reckoned with, and now Fia is the target. So now she gives me somebody that I can work towards to beat. Nothing makes you work harder than somebody that's as good as Fia. So if you ever come back and beat her, hey, that gives you a new high.
Joyce King has been in this sport for so many years, and she'll be very, very aware of what she just faced.
It was great to win this because otherwise I wasn't welcome home. No, but I don't know how to get it on the flight though.
Fia Rysek's time is now, and her victory is announced that Sweden has arrived in the World Arm Wrestling League.
Time now for Beyond the Pin with Todd Hutchings.
Winning the same tournament on both hands it's very difficult because everybody's naturally biased on their dominant arm.
He has known no defeat on the right arm for the last 5 years.
I'm naturally right-handed. In order to win the left-handed tournament, I have to be working better on my weak arm than the best left-handers are on their strong arm.
Todd Hutchings, possibly the most powerful middleweight ever from North America.
In my case, my right arm is easily 20% stronger than my left arm, and I have to be that unbalanced in order to be strong enough left-handed.
Welcome back to the World Arm Wrestling League's Best of 2016. Presented by Muscle Monster Energy Shake. Todd Hutchings keeps a low profile in the pit, but his results speak volumes. Coming into this season as a defending middleweight champion on the right side, he had a chance to repeat against the dangerous Craig Touye.
Everything's going through my head, and the nerves are all just flowing, and I'm nervous, and I'm starting to focus on what I got to do.
From Ohio, Todd Hutchings.
I walk out, the crowd is going crazy. I hear them shouting my name. At that point, the realization that I got a chance to win another hammer is just finally settling in on me. So now I'm even more nervous that I might make a mistake.
He is the best. The defending champion is Toddzilla. Todd Hutchings there. It's a best 2 out of 3 here in the final on the right arm.
As soon as Todd approached the table, I know now it's on and it's fixing to go down. I want this, and it is going to happen. I got to make it happen.
The very first match in any series usually sets the tone, so I got to make sure he knows I'm ready and I'm serious and I'm ready to go.
And as soon as I hit and it started opening, his hands started opening, come apart, slipped.
I think we were both looking for the straps in the very first match. The straps is absolutely where I want to be. It reduces the match to just who's going to be flat out stronger. At this point, I really don't think anybody's strong as me in this class.
I had his hand flattened. I knew I was where I needed to be. I just had to be patient.
I make a surge down to the pin pad, but I can't finish it, so he pulls me back up. I have to reposition. I make another surge to the pad.
The beautiful, aggressive style of Todd Hutchings.
I'm applying my arm against his hand. So eventually, I'm just going to win that. So then I just had to grind it out and get him way in the losing position and then just wait until he just finally let that match go.
1-0 lead for Todd Hutchings, trying to put Craig Touye away here in the right final.
I'm backed in a corner. I knew there's nowhere else to go but one more match, and I know I have to beat him.
He knows this is do or die. I mean, this is $10,000 and this is a hammer, and you don't get another shot at it for another 12 months.
They're putting the straps on us, and I know my back's against the wall, and I've got to win this. And I got to give it everything I got. I wanted to try to make sure that when I closed my hand, I was going to close first, and I'm going to attack him.
I already know from the first match, my arm overpowers his arm. So at this point, I actually think in the second match, it might be a little bit closer to my side of the table. So I just engage my shoulder, I push my elbow down, and the match is just going to go real steady down to my pin pad.
I'm trying to stay focused and rekindle what I need for my power, because I'm feeling it. My blood's my arm, my hand's tired, and I know that I'm going to have to take this next match. I got to get him.
Todd Hutchins knows he has the power to finish this match, and he slowly squeezes to the pad. It's in the bank.
It's just nice to pull a gentleman for a change, you know?
I've known Craig Tullier, and I've competed against him in about 16 years. I've never found him anything but a gentleman, respectful, honest. I don't know a better man in this sport than him.
After Todd won, the disappointment sets in. I know I was good enough to win it. It just really, really hits you hard when you know that you're good enough and you're right there. And, you know, it hurts.
Todd Hutchins with another impressive win here.
195-pound class is probably the deepest class at WAL. And it makes me the toughest right-handed 195-pounder walking the planet.
A familiar sight in the pit. Todd Hutchins raising a wall hammer as his legend continues to grow.
Last year, I didn't qualify for this. And then in 1 year, I worked my butt off. And I just beat a big name.
Welcome back to the World Arm Wrestling League's Best of 2016. Last year, Wisconsin's Tony Katowski didn't make a dent in the hierarchy of the World Arm Wrestling League's lightweight division. A year of intense training changed all that. Now he was set to win a second hammer if he could take down two-time defending champion Paul Talbot. And we're back inside the pit here at the Orleans Hotel and Casino. The lightweight left-hand final on deck, and it's two titans from the Midwest.
He's a beer salesman from Wisconsin. Give it up for Iron Man Tony Katowski.
I'm standing in that bullpen and I'm trying to stay loose, but yet inside I'm all tensed up because I know what this actually means, how much work I've put into it.
Entering the pit is a railroad conductor out of Ohio. But he's the two-time reigning left 165 champ. Please welcome the assassin, Paul Talbot.
Coming in today, two-time defending 165 left-handed champion. Pressure's on. Showed up today feeling great, confident. I had the pride to make it through with the heart, the determination.
When I walked on stage and I looked at Paul in the eyes, he looked so confident, like this is going to be easy for him. So he actually had me a little bit intimidated.
No one could deny that Talbot has been a dominant force here left-handed.
As soon as you get up to the table, you see your competitor across you. You just get a sudden burst of anger towards the guy across from you.
To be the best, you've got to beat the best. And Tony Katowski certainly has the opportunity to do that right now.
Ref sets us, he says go. Tony goes one way, and I feel like I stop him right in the center of the table.
No! What? And Paul Talbot, supremely confident there.
When we slipped out, he turned around and he was excited. Little did he know, I was extremely excited because me to pull Paul actually favors me in the straps.
The man from Wisconsin is looking for the straps.
Put his elbow down. Put his elbow down.
Paul was simply trying to tell the ref what to do. I got a little bothered with him constantly screaming a little bit. Then I kind of started to mess with his head a little bit, play the brain game a bit. Yeah, my elbow was up, but so was his. Our palms are perfectly flush. There was no issues.
We're straight up. We're straight up.
Close your thumbs
Straight up.
Shoulders. Close your hands. Go.
When that referee said go, I knew I had it. I was completely comfortable.
And the confidence of Tony Katowski is on the red line. He sweeps to the side.
Paul has this lock. He has this lock in his rotator cuff and in his elbow. And the main way to beat Paul is to extend his arm, get that lock out of there, disengage his rotator cuff of the match, and that's exactly what I did.
Pedal to the metal for Katowski.
He gets out on my hand and took me sideways. I fought it off as good as I can. And he pinned me.
I won that first match. I felt confident. I've beaten him, and I can do the exact same thing on the second match.
He's straight. What are you talking about, Paul? He's straight, bro. Come on, let's arm wrestle. Let's go.
When I get pinned, I'm like, well, crap. That didn't go the way I want.
No side pressure. Close your thumbs. Straight up. Your back pressure.
I'm like a scatterbrain, just trying to figure out what I did wrong and what I need to do to win this, because I want my title.
Close your hands. Go. No, false start. No, you said go. After you went. One false start.
As soon as he went, I knew he had false started. You could see my palm was underneath his palm. I simply wasn't ready for it.
One foul.
I felt like it was perfectly timed, and I actually was in the ball game this time.
Close your thumbs. Close your hands. Go.
Folds over, tries for the top roll of the side. Pressure is applied. One more time from Katowski.
I was able to look at the crowd, look at my family with a big smile, knowing, yes, I have this match. This match is mine.
We have a new World Arm Wrestling League champion, and his name is Tony Katowski.
I jumped on the table, I grabbed both the hammers, I held them both above my head, and I kind of showed everybody in the world, this is what I've worked for right here. These two hammers, this is what it's all about.
He started jacking me over, and in my heart and in my head, I knew it was over. I just felt like my whole world fell apart at that moment.
Paul Tabbitt ranked among the best in the world, and when I was able to bring him down with somewhat of an ease, I knew that I am now part of the elite.
By winning 2 hammers, Tony Katowski joined an elite group. And back in Wisconsin, the volunteer firefighter and beverage wholesaler turned champion was given a hero's welcome.
Just last week in Las Vegas, Nevada, a hometown boy went out there to seek glory.
Mike Weiss is the mayor of Stevens Point, and he got wind of what I did, placing first with both arms. And he wanted to present something to me.
Tony Katowski has brought recognition to Stevens Point, Portage County through his competitions in arm wrestling and the World Arm Wrestling League. I now therefore do hereby declare today, July 3rd, 2016, as Tony Iron Arm Katowski Day in the city of Stevens Point. Congratulations, Tony, for your 2nd world title. I want to challenge you to an arm wrestling competition. What do you say?
I accept. I beat him the first time fairly easily, and then he kind of cheated the second time a little bit.
Tony, look over there.
And then the third time, I put him down quite quick.
Go. Tony, you are the champion.
To be given your own day in my own city, I don't know what to say. I'm speechless. Awesome.
And that is a day Katowski won't soon forget. Coming up, national pride is on the line as the toughest arm wrestlers in Canada, Matt Mask and Devin Larratt, square off in the left-hand heavyweight final. The World Arm Wrestling League Championships are presented by Muscle Monster Energy Shake and by the World Arm Wrestling League. For tournaments near you, visit WALunderground.com. Canadians Devin Larratt and Matt Mask share a nationality and a passion for arm wrestling.
Yeah, final!
And each year they share the same goal, to win a WAL hammer. On the left side of the heavyweight division, the two titans set to clash for the right to take home the championship hardware. The Wild Horse and No Limits Larratt square off for arm wrestling supremacy.
Bartwood just taking control of the match now, trying to give the guys equal opportunity. Watch for that blistering speed from Mask off the start. That is going to be pivotal. Big drive, but that's great from Devon Larratt. He's put the brakes on. Mask now trying to apply the pressure into the hand and wrist, but he's lost his own grip there. And that is pivotal. Again, Devon Larratt had the opportunity to finish there, but he didn't take it. He's looking to burn and exhaust as many angles, as many areas in the forearm of Mask as he possibly can in this first start. Confidence in his arm strength. Look at him maintaining the match there. He's letting Mask do all the work. Devon Larratt drives sideways and Mask is beginning to tire. He's starting to get desperate now, and bouncing off his own joint is not going to do him any good. Needs to settle himself, pins his own arm as he feels he's being toyed with.
Hold my finger, hold it.
Odd request, but he needed the assistance there, Neil. He dislocated that on the right side earlier in the night.
Yeah, you can see just as he's applying the pressure on the gripping peg there, it probably re-dislocated. This guy's going to be so full of adrenaline, he may not have noticed it initially, but as soon as he starts to calm down, it's right there at the front of his mind, and that won't do him any favors at this stage of the match.
Put your stall, Matt. Get up here. Put your massage from the Alberta, buddy. 30 seconds, you get your own. Square up.
So Larratt with a 1-0 lead, best 2 of 3 here in the final.
Most importantly, once again, Devon had done so much work in that first pull. He likes to exhaust his opponents there. He gets hand control here on Mask.
Nowhere. No, pen it. I will.
We'll go straight to the straps.
Pull my finger. Ah!
So Mask getting a little help there on that dislocated finger again, Neil.
Yeah, you can see really it's starting to trouble him now. It's going to be playing on his mind a little bit, which is a shame for the guy. He looks impressive, but he's going to need every ounce of mental focus to defeat Devon Larratt.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to compensate. You complain so much. Just man up. Get in there.
Devon Larratt calls Ontario home. Mask, Alberta, out in Western Canada. Here we go, Neil.
Devon Larratt there just trying to wind up Matt Mask to draw him into a dogfight, and a big drive again, and he set that arm. Matt Mask unable to find his top roll, and he's squeezing around now and sets the hook. That's a lot better position from Mask. Really tight and dug deep there. And he's got a good, ooh, nearly a finish there from Devon Larratt, but a massive counter reaction from Matt Mask, and that finger really troubled him as he tried to readjust on the gripping peg.
Go. Not yet. Pin it. I don't want to. Pin it. Come on. I can't do it. Do it. Pin it. You pin it.
To squeeze around, much better position from Matt Mask, but there goes the hand and wrist. It's over now. From there, Devon Larratt has everything he needs to secure the victory.
Two hammers. Yeah!
From Devon Larratt, he has secured his second hammer, and a dominant win here in Las Vegas. Probably the most impressive we've ever seen him against a very game and very valiant Matt Mask, who threw everything he possibly could at the champion.
Mission accomplished for Devon Larratt, the champion 2 times over tonight.
I just wanted to go home and start training again. Halfway through the match, I wanted to go start training again. So I knew I was running out of gas. Wasn't going to happen, but I couldn't stop, right? I was pulling, my finger kept popping out, dislocating just from hanging on to the peg, so I was trying to tap it on the peg to straighten it out again, but I was hoping to be able to make enough lunch money there with my left. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out today. So
here's Abby Hornacek with the double hammer winner.
Such an intense match. You guys battled it out, but you are friends outside of arm wrestling. So what was it like taking him on?
I really love Matt. I think, you know, he's a fellow Canadian, and I just got a couple of years on him. It's only a matter of time before he beats me, but I like to rub it in while I'm still getting him.
height advantage that you usually do. How did you adjust to that?
Yeah, I'm just so strong. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I really committed this whole year just to training, you know, and I had a lot of support from a lot of people, and thank you.
Well, you're the defending champion, and you won on the other arm. What's it like being the king of the heavyweights?
Well, I'm really just so happy that we have this going on right now. Such a great time in our sport. Thank you, WAL.
Congratulations.
The era of Devon Larratt has begun, and there are no limits to how long that could last.
Tonight was proof that in the heavyweight class, at least for now, there is Devon Larratt. And everyone else.
Very satisfying.
Contenders like Matt Mask and Marcio Barbosa are close.
I'm gonna hit it so hard.
Big drive as expected at the start from Marcio, but he hasn't managed to finish Larratt. And from here, Devon Larratt will start to go to work with that exacting game plan. He will move on the breaths of Marcio Barbosa, like a boa constrictor with its prey. Waits for the breath and then tightens. Breathe again and he will tighten further. Marcio Barbosa is being mentally intimidated here, and he senses that and releases the match.
Very satisfying.
That's to the hands of the Canadian, and he stops him again.
You should save yourself, buddy.
He starts to tighten, but Marcio Barbosa has to sell it all now. Drives hard to the side and tries to engage his tricep from where he could balk the match. Marcio Barbosa is running out of options though, and Devon Larratt is slowly squeezing into his hand, attacking the fingers, attacking the wrist, utilising that longer lever and edging sideways, closer and closer to his pad, working the mental games as well. And endurance, a big drive from Bath, and you can see how hard that tested Devon Larratt. But pivotally, the Canadian has stopped the match, and now we can see evidence again of him squeezing the match back to centre. You could see an adjustment there from Bath as he tried to regain his hand and does so again. But every time he opens it, Devon Larratt gains half an inch, another half inch, and that is critical. He can then move the body position and start to apply an angle that's going to fatigue Ron Bath. He's looking to bleed the American here, to make him fatigued and do as much damage as possible, reliant on the fact that Bath will not quit. And the second round will be far easier for the Canadian arm wrestler.
I'm so proud of you, Devon.
So intelligent in the way he approaches matches. Devon Larratt, once he'd done the hard work stopping Ron Bath, had multiple opportunities to finish the match. Big drive on the start and takes him to the top roll. No strap required. Devon Larratt has succeeded where twice he has failed and is the new champion of the World Arm Wrestling League. Bartwood just taking control of the match now, trying to give the guys equal opportunity. Watch for that blistering speed from Mask off the start. That is going to be pivotal. Big drive, but that's great from Devon Larratt. He's put the brakes on. Mask now trying to apply the pressure into the hand and wrist, but he's lost his own grip there. And that is pivotal. Again, Devon Larratt had the opportunity to finish there, but he didn't take it. He
He's looking to burn and exhaust as many angles, as many areas in the forearm of Mask as he possibly can in this first start. Confident in his arm strength. Look at him maintaining the match there. He's letting Mask do all the work. Devon Larratt drives sideways and Mask is beginning to tire. He's starting to get desperate now, and bouncing off his own joint is not going to do him any good. Needs to settle himself, pins his own arm as he feels he's being toyed with.
Hold my finger, hold it.
Odd request, but he needed the assistance there, Neil. He dislocated that on the right side earlier in the night.
Yeah, you can see just as he's applying the pressure on the gripping peg there, it probably re-dislocated. This guy's going to be so full of adrenaline, he may not have noticed it initially, but as soon as he starts to calm down, it's right there at the front of his mind, and that won't do him any favors at this stage of the match.
Put your stall, Matt. Get up here. Put your massage from the Alberta, buddy.
30 seconds, you get your own. Square up.
So Larratt with a 1-0 lead, best 2 of 3 here in the final.
Most importantly, once again, Devon had done so much work in that first pull. He likes to exhaust his opponents there. He gets hand control here on Mask.
Nowhere. No, I will.
We'll go straight to the straps.
So Mask getting a little help there on that dislocated finger again, Neil.
Yeah, you can see really it's starting to trouble him now. It's going to be playing on his mind a little bit, which is a shame for the guy. He looks impressive, but he's going to need every ounce of mental focus to defeat Devon Larratt.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to call. You complain so much. Just man up. Get in there.
Devon Larratt calls Ontario home. Mask, Alberta, out in Western Canada. Here we go, Neil.
Devon Larratt there just trying to wind up Mask to draw him into a dogfight, and a big drive again, and he set that arm. Mask unable to find his top roll, and he's squeezing around now and sets the hook. That's a lot better position from Mask. Really tight and dug deep there. And he's got a good, nearly a finish there from Devon Larratt, but a massive counter reaction from Mask, and that finger really troubled him as he tried to readjust on the gripping peg.
Go. Not yet. Pin it. I don't want to. Pin it. Come on. I can't do it. Do it. Pin it. You pin it.
To squeeze around, much better position from Mask, but there goes the hand and wrist. It's over now. From there, Devon Larratt has everything he needs to secure the victory.
Two hammers. Yeah!
From Devon Larratt, he has secured his second hammer, and a dominant win here in Las Vegas. Probably the most impressive we've ever seen him against a very game and very valiant Mask, who threw everything he possibly could at the champion.
Mission accomplished for Devon Larratt, the champion 2 times over tonight.
I just wanted to go home and start training again. Halfway through the match, I wanted to go start training again. So I knew I was running out of gas. Wasn't gonna happen, but I couldn't stop, right? Like, I was pulling, my finger kept popping out, dislocating just from hanging on to the peg, so I was trying to tap it on the peg to straighten it out again, but I was hoping to be able to make enough lunch money there with my left. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out today, so.
Here's Abby Hornacek with the double hammer winner.
Such an intense match. You guys battled it out, but you are friends outside of arm wrestling, so what was it like taking him on?
I really love Matt. I think, you know, he's a fellow Canadian, and I just got a couple years on him. It's only a matter of time before he beats me, but I like to rub it in while I'm still getting him.
Now, you didn't have the height advantage that you usually do. How did you adjust to that?
Yeah, I'm just so strong. It's crazy. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you know, I really committed this whole year just to training, you know, and I had a lot of support from a lot of people, and thank you.
Well, you're the defending champion, and you won on the other arm. What's it like being the king of the heavyweights?
Well, I'm really just so happy that we have this going on right now. Such a great time in our sport. Thank you, WAL.
Congratulations.
The era of Darren Larratt has begun, and there are no limits to how long that could last.
Tonight was proof that in the heavyweight class, at least for now, there is Devin Larratt. And everyone else.
Very satisfying.
Contenders like Matt Mask and Marcio Barbosa are close.
I'm gonna hit it so hard. 2 hammers! 2 hammers! Yeah!